Next up is the Commanders going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Commanders make it back to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. However, they're coming off their best regular season in 33 years, going 12-5. The most victories they've had since the 1991 season. Jaden Daniels, who is front runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year, fit very nicely under Cliff Kingsbury's air raid offensive attack. It also helps to have Terry McLaurin leading the wide receiving core. This team was, just like the Broncos, was also expected to do absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers clinched their 5th consecutive playoff berth and their 4th consecutive division crown. These two teams have met before, with the Buccaneers beating the Commanders 37-20 in the season opener, just like the Packers-Eagles game. Interesting. This is a different Commanders team now, obviously, but the fact still remains that they only beat one team who's playoff bound, and that was the Eagles. Now this should be a really good fucking game. This should be a really good fucking game for reason. Because the last time these two teams met, I believe Vita Vea was out for the Buccaneers, and they still won 37-20. Now, granted, the Commanders were still finding themselves, so naturally you're going to lose by a score like that, especially when you put in your rookie quarterback. But this time, I do believe they have Vita Vea. Baker Mayfield has been playing awesome since joining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's kind of, it is something when you come from the Browns and then the Panthers to two piss poor shit run organizations. Now, granted, that doesn't excuse the shit play of Baker Mayfield, especially in 2021. It doesn't change the fact that he was still horrible, and he didn't do that much better in Carolina. But Baker Mayfield did have the traits to be at least a decent quarterback down the line, and that just happens to be the case. And he also happens to have he still has quite a few players around him. As you know, it's playoff time, and anything can happen in the NFL at this point. It landed heads. And because it landed heads, I'm going to go. I don't think the Commanders are ready for a full play. I don't think the Commanders are ready for a deep playoff run. It's been a great season. I would like to see the Commanders actually win a playoff game, but I gotta take which would be their first in God knows how fucking long. But I gotta take the Buccaneers to defeat the Washington Commanders. And that's all I've got to say about that. Alright. After this game, there's just one more left to go. Let the chaos continue. Until next time, later, fuckers.